Hello and welcome to Season 2 of DuPont Presents The Power of Shunya Challenge for Zero, a show that is all about the Shunya. That's right. We're looking for zero of everything that plagues us, everything that troubles us in day-to-day life. And we have 16 teams of innovators from around the country who are going to try and present solutions to achieve that goal. How will they be judged? Well, they'll be judged by our esteemed jury. Our first judge is the Regional Technology Director, Asia Pacific of DuPont, Dr. Homi Bidwar. Hi, Homi, how are you?
I am very well, thanks.
We also have joining us the CMD of Karma Venture Services, Nandini Vaidyanathan. Hi, Nandini, how are you?
Good. How are you, Gaurav?
Thank you so much for joining us, Nandini. And of course, we also have founder and CEO of Milagro Business and Knowledge Solutions, Mr. Rajiv Karwal. Hi, Rajiv, how are you?
I'm fine, Gaurav. What about you?
Thank you very much. Very well. Well, the two teams are trying to get on the leaderboard today. Remember, we have 16 teams that are competing, and the two on top of the leaderboard at the end of that will be taking part in the grand finale for all those big prizes. The target that they have on the leaderboard, we have 204 right now that you can see is on top, but these two teams have to beat 200 so they can get into second spot. But hey, don't aim for number 2 when you can aim for number 1. Let's get our first team out. From the Amity School of Biotechnology, Noida, Amlan Chakraborty, and from the Indian School of Business, Hyderabad, Reviana. Amlan, Reviana, how are you?
Doing good.
Amlan, have you had to stand on a little platform to match her height?
Oh, not really.
Don't lie, I'm going to take a camera back. Don't worry, it doesn't matter. You know what they say, good things come in small packages. Except if you count me, because that's the aberration to that rule. Well, what are they talking about today? Let's have a look at their innovation.
What if in the morning you wake up, you open your refrigerator, take out the milk and you start to boil and you get disappointed. The milk has got spoiled. That happened to me also once. And I started realizing that why not develop something that can preserve milk even if I have not stored the milk or other dairy products in the refrigerator. When the Uttarakhand flood took place, I imagined, my God, millions of lives, how would have they fed them? So why not develop such a preservative that can preserve milk and dairy products at normal room temperature and preserve them for a long period of time? My product is basically a natural preservative that I have made from a plant, and when I'm adding it to milk, it increases the shelf life from just a day or 2 to 8 days at room temperature. Cinnamomum tamala, that is the scientific name of the plant, or in English terms we call it bay leaf. Basically, we are using the aqueous extract of that plant. It contains an alkaloid called eugenol. When using this eugenol, basically it inhibits microbial growth. Moreover, all these dairy products get spoiled due to the presence of bacteria, which actually denature the milk and destroys it. But using this preservative prevents this bacteria to destroy the milk. Moreover, if you see, we are doing the aqueous extract. Aqueous extract contains all the vital micronutrients. Micronutrients as in magnesium, manganese, cobalt, calcium, and all this. With all these therapeutic values, it increases the vitality or the nutritic value of milk, and therefore Reviana is very much useful for every household.
Amlan obviously believes there's no point crying over spoilt milk. Amlan, I know Homi is going to jump in with all the science questions. I just want to ask you one. Before you tried this, were there any other sort of solutions that you tried? Were there any other natural elements that you tried to infuse with the milk?
Yes, actually, I had experimented on 109 Indian spices and came out with bay leaf, that is tamala. And experimental results suggested that this is the optimum ingredient at optimum concentration that can be used, and we can get good results.
Okay, brilliant. 109. Name them. I'm just kidding. No, show's not that long. But Ridhima, I'm gonna let you jump in. I know there's, of course, the judges are waiting to question you, but before that, Ridhima, you of course have to give us the pitch for this product. Tell us about the numbers, the business plans. You have 90 seconds to impress our judges with that. And after that, I will open the floor to them for questions. So, Ridhima, your 90 seconds start now.
Thank you. So, about 109 million tons of milk is produced in India, and about more than that is demanded in India. 13% of the milk gets wasted every year because the farmers don't have the capacity to store the milk and deliver it at the right price. Result of which we pay very high prices of milk and we drink adulterated milk. Now, we go ahead and target the farmers and target the dairy cooperatives and tell them that if you are able to increase the shelf life of milk from 2 days to about 12 days, you can now deliver 25% more milk than what you are already delivering. With this increase in delivery, our production increases, and not only that, adulteration goes down and prices that we pay go down. So overall, now farmers, it uplifts the farmers, it uplifts us because we are now able to buy more milk, and there is more milk available overall in the Indian economy, which is then resulting in us being able to meet our demand. Today, because we are the second largest producer of milk, with Reviana, we will have zero wastage, zero adulteration, and we have the capacity to become the single largest producer of milk in the world. So I think this increasing the shelf life not only helps consumers, helps the farmers, helps rural India, helps in the upliftment of the entire Indian economy. Thank you.
Well done, Ridhima. You finished with 10 seconds to go. And now I'm going to leave it to the judges. Homi, will start with you.
Okay, well, I think this has been the holy grail for a very long time. People have tried this for a very long time. So the real conundrum here is really trying to understand the science and whether, you talk about eugenol being this flavonoid that actually makes this happen. So were you or your group the first to discover the eugenol as a, no?
No.
So this has been known for a while, correct? So what is it that prompted you to put eugenol into milk?
Sir, we are not putting eugenol, we are putting
Or
the
the
aqueous
extract
extract.
of extract.
Sir, we were testing with 109 spices, and flavonoids and alkaloids are present in all Indian spices in various amounts. Testing results of turmeric, that is haldi, as well as dalchini and poppy seeds also has yielded good results. But if we see from Cinnamomum tamala, that is bay leaf, this has the optimum results of preservation, as one of the ingredients in tamala leaf is eugenol, and we are using the aqueous extract.
So have you data that show that the good bacteria survives and the bad bacteria is destroyed?
Yes, sir. We have done tests on Lactobacillus agar plates where the specific Lactobacillus is supposed to grow, and we have checked on normal agar plates with Ludia batani agar, and the good bacteria that is there is present everywhere. But when the bad bacteria is dead, we see that there is no colonies. Therefore, we are inferring that yes, the good bacteria survives and the bad bacteria is killed when we are adding Reviana.
So do you have actual quantitative data? Is this done by an external agency that kind of shows that this is in fact the case?
So we have standardized the results using various amounts of powdered material, as well as the plant's stem, the plant's root, as well as of the green leaf. We have standardized the data, and the standardized results are optimum.
So you've not had third-party
No, sir.
validation yet?
No, sir.
Okay. So I appreciate your claims, and they sound really very good. But ultimately, it's all going to be validation and external proof.
Have you filed for a patent?
It's a complete specification has been filed, and it's been 1 year, 8 months. There has been no challenge to the patent yet.
Okay.
That may be because the patent officer has not had a chance to look at the patent. Usually that is the case. So I wouldn't go and say that there is no challenge yet.
So in these 1 year and 8 months, what is the progress which you have made after your discovery or innovation?
Sir, we are at the present moment working on lactogen tolerant milks and all that, and we want to make it as a dual product.
Like as the age or the preservation properties improve to say 8 to 12 days, what I heard. Now, if I was you, even as the lab testing is going on, I would just rush to the users and say, okay, try for free. Enter into an agreement with me. I'm just asking you to try, and if they start to use it and they benefit, I just take it forward as it is. Patent has been applied for. So what is preventing you from reaching out to customers, who can use and benefit?
Yes, sir. But we haven't taken that initiative at the moment.
Why? What is preventing you? What is the inhibition? I'm not unable to understand.
Sir, the way to proceed with that, like the way I should move out.
Just
like,
get out of your room and go and approach the people. That is the way to move. What is preventing you?
I think you should also get a mentor who is marketing savvy, business savvy. No point just having a mentor who knows, who is a lab rat like you. Okay, I think you need to move beyond that, because if the product is what you claim it is, then the market potential is tremendous.
I'm going to leave the jury now to just think about this a little bit and mark this team for their product. 5 parameters is what they're being judged on. There's disruption, there's the relevance of the product, its reach in commercial viability, the use of science, and of course, the Shunya proposition. Okay, so let's ask our judges for their scores. Who's going to start?
I gave very high marks for potential disruption and relevance. Clearly, this could be a very big game changer. And Shunya quotient was good. So overall, 56 out of 100.
In the absence of all that, evidentiary support, I've had to give you 17 on 25, which is 68.
I took you at face value on disruption, relevance, and reach and commercial viability. And I've given you 4 out of 5 on all these 3 parameters. But I've given you only 2 out of 5 on use of science and Shunya quotient. So it's 16 out of 25, and the total is 64 out of 100.
Excellent. Thank you very much, judges. That means our first team for today gets 188 points. So good job. Well done. Okay, we're going to take a short break right now. But when we come back, we have our second team, which is going to try and get on top of that leaderboard, on top of the 2 teams that we have right up there, and try to make it through to the grand finale. But we're going to take a short break before that. We'll be right back on Season 2 of DuPont Presents The Power of Shunya, the challenge for zero statements. Hello and welcome back to Season 2 of DuPont Presents The Power of Shunya, Challenge for Zero. Remember, we have 2 teams of innovators in every show. We met the first one, heard their idea. Now it's time for our second team. Let's see how far they can go in their pursuit of Shunya. Our second team comprises Srinadh Mattaparthi from IIT Hyderabad and Sandeep Ramesh from SP Jain Institute of Management and Research, Mumbai. Please welcome them on the show. Sandeep, Srinadh, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. What about you?
All good? Not nervous?
No.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Look at their faces. Look at this jury. Do they look like hunters to you? You're going to hunt your dreams down. No, I'm just kidding. They're very nice people. Only if your ideas are good. But if you're talking fluff, they're going to catch you. Right? Now we have to figure out what you're talking about today. That is the bio-inspired multifunctional surfaces. That's the innovation they're talking about. If you're as confused as I am after hearing that, let's have a look at this. It'll clear things up.
One day, it was a rainy season. I was shooting some of the flowers and different plants. It was like rain droplets were falling here and there. By accidentally, I found this plant where the water droplet was freely rolling on the surfaces. The beauty of this plant is it shows super-hydrophobic behavior all through its major organs like petal, which are flower petals, leaves, as well as the seed pod. If you see in nature, some plants show super-hydrophobic in nature, where the water droplet will be easily growing. Then we got an idea that why can't we make anti-reflective surfaces which are having multifunctional surface which adding for like super-hydrophobicity. The innovation is mainly on like copying the natural structures of leaves and petals into a polymer of our requirement, and copying these structures. The main beauty of these structures are it shows super-hydrophobic and anti-reflective properties. If you copy these structures into our required material, it can be used in different solar panels, or it can be used in self-cleaning textiles, or it can be used in self-cleaning surfaces. We are mainly targeting on the solar cell fabrication industries, as well as the marine ship fabrication things, as well as surface and coating fabrication industries. If you use these type of technologies throughout rural areas and throughout the India, it will be very fantastic idea where we can provide energy resources with minimum cost and with less area we can do it.
Okay, well, we're going to obviously quiz you about the science of it, but before that, let's hear the sort of the numbers and the business strategy of this. For that, of course, Sandeep from SPJN in Mumbai is going to get 90 seconds to give us the presentation and the pitch. So, Sandeep, your 90 seconds start now.
Imagine a country where every home is energy sufficient. Or wouldn't it be great to have your mobile phone waterproof without paying big bucks? An add-on could be a better viewing angle. These bio-inspired multifunctional surfaces help you to get there. We would like to go with the B2B way with a mix of B2C in the longer run, where we can push this innovation to benefit the common man. We would look for strategic alliances with mainly solar panel manufacturers, LCD display manufacturers, electronic companies, imaging companies like for cameras and opticals. So the super-hydrophobicity and the anti-reflective properties would help to get better images, and probably your underwater camera just got costless now. So the highly durable and lower cost solar panels can be manufactured using this technology by giving a surface coating on the normal silicon based solar panels, and this would help you to give a lower cost to the customer and enable this innovation to reach the rural public. So currently we are looking at B2B, and in the longer run into a B2C model where we can cater to the rural public as well as the urban public.
Well, Sandeep, honestly, you had me at waterproof mobile phone, but our judges are not that easy to impress, so over to you.
One of the applications you mentioned was a solar cell. What are you going to gain by putting it on a solar cell? What improvement or property are you going to get?
Polymer which we have replicated has a property of self-cleaning property. So if you add this polymer, if you coat this coating on a silicon solar cell, that has extra durability where the dust particles can be easily cleaned by the water droplets. Like whenever rain falls or any if you add water droplets, will be easily cleaned away by the water droplets when the surface was covered with the dust particles. It has self-cleaning ability.
Okay. So it really is not so much durability, it is really improving or not degrading the efficiency of the cell as a result of having a dust layer on it, correct? So the overall life cycle of that module improves, correct?
Till I met you guys today, I thought hydrophobia was a bad word because I hate water and I will never go near any water body. After listening to you guys, I've suddenly realized hydrophobia is good, and my self-esteem has gone up in the process.
Thank you, ma'am.
We can't quote you in it and then take in your leg.
Yes. My question is, it sounds awesome. So what are the applications you're looking at? One is the boring solar cell industry. Give me some exotic industries that you can look at where your application would be game-changing? Your product would make a huge difference.
It can be applied for underwater constructions like marine engineering, and it can be used for the outer surface for the cell phones and laptops.
Underwater cameras could be one.
You're boring. You're all
into
sticking
deep
to
dive.
electronics. More. Give me more. Something. Use your imagination.
And
The one immediate thing that comes to my head, if you're a trekker, you know, to make water repellent shoes. That's
Yeah.
a big challenge for a trekker.
yes,
Yeah, use your imagination.
Have you tested how much time does the preservation last? And have you tested whether what is the thickness of the layer and whether it affects the luminosity of the light coming out, the viewing angles which you're talking of?
so basically, like as we shown in the video, the small replica which were made in the polymer, that was prepared 1 year back, and still that video was happened recently, maybe 1 month back. Still the polymer was showing super hydrophobic in nature, and we have not gone into deep in studies how means like UV radiation, how it damages when it's exposed to sunlight. We have not tested.
So be careful about that, because that, extending a 1 year piece of data to a longer time frame is very dangerous. And in solar cells, you require 25 years of operation. That's the warranty of a module. This polymer has to be there for 25 years without degrading, without getting removed. So think about those kinds of issues when you're talking about these applications.
Excellent. We're going to let our judges mark our second team for today. Of course, 5 parameters that they be judged on. We're going to leave our judges to it. They're going to aggregate the score out of 100 and give it to us. So I'm going to ask our judges now to tell us the scores if they're done. Nandini, looks like you're all set.
Yes.
If you could please share the scores with us.
I think this is the highest I've given, 76 out of 100.
Somehow I differ with Nandini on many parameters. This I think the first time that there is such a huge variation. Reach and commercial viability, I've given you only 2 because I couldn't get in the answers any validation really. On Shunya quotient also again 2. The highest I have given you is on relevance, because if it is true, then it is very relevant to society and the problem exists. So total is 56 out of 100.
Interesting. Homie, which side are you?
In the middle here. So I thought your interest in observation and then replication of science, I think that needs to be encouraged. So I gave you high marks for that. So overall, my total was 64.
They needed 56 or more to be episodic winners from Homie. You did get that. So congratulations. At 196, you are the winners of today's episode. So well done. Good job. As we see on the leaderboard, it's not good enough to be in the top 2 of the series so far, but they are winners of the episode today. So I'd like to request Homie to please come up and do the honors. And gentlemen, why don't you join us here? So Srinath and Sandeep are our episode winners. Today we're going to have plenty more innovations, plenty more bright young sparks that are going to come on our show. So we hope you will join us next week. From me, Gaurav Kapoor, and everybody here on DuPont Presents The Power of Shunya, Challenge for Zero. It's goodbye. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.